Hello, let's talk about rejection. So, lately, I've been thinking about this question, and that's the question of how do you deal with rejection? But I've come to realize that I was asking the wrong question to start with. Rejection isn't something you deal with, it is something you live with. It is that unavoidable reality in a world where we compete for scarce resources. So it is either you swim or you sink. Are you, say, competing for the next big promotion, a publication in a top ranked journal, a prestigious fellowship or scholarship, or a grant where they've already told you that there is 95% chance you won't be selected? So rejection is the bread and butter of our daily existence. So perhaps the best question to ask myself and you is that how do you deal with the impact of rejection on your goals and dreams? Take for instance, just this January 2025, I have already received 3 painful love letters, as we used to call it on the street. I mean, 3 career-changing rejections. But for people like us who don't have names that open doors or connections that make calls, the rule is simple. It's either you go hard or you go home. So, which in simple terms, it means never give up on your goals. And I know you've heard that a million times. It doesn't make rejection any easier because consistency is hard. It takes time. And when rejection hits, this is what I try to do. I remind myself of how far I have come. From securing a scholarship to write my O-levels exams in 2009, to sleeping rough in lecture halls to complete my bachelor's degree before becoming a university scholar in 2014, to earning a fully funded scholarship to pursue my master's degree in Glasgow in 2018, and then to securing another 3-year fully funded PhD scholarship in 2020 at UEA. So that's, sum it up, 16 years of ups and downs, of countless no's and few yeses. So, through this journey, I've learned a few things about rejection that I want to share with you. And the first one is that rejection is normal. If I had given up after my first set of rejections, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. And if you're facing rejection, it doesn't mean that you're not good enough. That's a thing. So there's this self-flagellating thinking that sets in when you're facing rejection. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It just means that the right opportunity has not arrived yet. So keep pushing, but I have a caveat. The normalization of rejection, the idea that rejection is normal is problematic as well, because it reinforces or, on the other hand, hides the structural and systemic inequalities that pervade our society. Number 2, take feedback seriously. Feedback is no longer free. Selection committees rarely offer feedback unless you make it to the final round. That means you either get feedback through mentorship, coaching, or paying for a professional development. Even this video, it is a form of feedback. You are investing your time to learn something. Number 3, rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It is very important. This one is very important, especially in academia. Rejection is about the work, that paper, that article, that journal article, the proposal, the application. It's not about you as a person. So I no longer internalize rejection as it is. I see it as I externalize it and push the blame on the work. It's a good strategy. And number 4, manage your emotion and stay positive. I've developed this habit of sharing my rejection stories with friends. And that's not just to offload my frustrations, but because it helps me gain fresh perspectives, new ideas, and also useful feedback. And also it makes me realize that I'm not alone. So rejection, in most cases, isn't the end of the journey. It is just a redirection. So when I feel discouraged, I remind myself of, say, academics whose work was rejected, dismissed, or ignored. until it became the most cited, the most influential, and even the most celebrated in their fields. So, why not stay positive, stay motivated, stay curious, and I will see you on the flip side. Thank you.